Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Ethan, from Ethan's Crazy Eights on YouTube. I have not done any. I haven't uploaded anything in forever. I kind of sort of lost motivation to make new videos because I realized that a YouTube channel is a lot more complicated and harder than I thought. But I'm also on TikTok now, Tarantula King. If you want to follow me on there for other stuff as well. But I figured, why not? Make a new video on my channel since I haven't done anything in forever with the rehousing, and I'm redid my striped knee enclosure, the Afonopelma Simani. I put a little fern in the background. I'm using biodude materials that I got from them just today. So I got some live moss at the top here, gonna give that a little bit of a water. You don't have to use live moss if you don't want to. I try and experiment with it, and if it starts to die, I take it out, because if not, then like fungus gnats start to get all over it and stuff. It's not fun. Like I said, it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. They do need a lot of water and a lot of light. Just make sure you have said materials and setup to do that. I'm doing a natural setup for my striped knee. You don't necessarily need to because they're pretty much like pet holes. So you don't really have to do anything like that, but give them a natural setup, they may come out more, and that's why I do it. And it's just more fun. It's a lot more fun, because you see different instincts come out, and if the environment's working well and things are growing, and then your tarantula's digging, then it's even better. And I recently got this garden sprayer from Home Depot. It's a lot better than my mustard, because those things break like all the time. Like, I would not recommend those. I would recommend the garden spray because they can hold a lot more water. They have a lot more reach. They're just great. So we've watered that. I'm gonna water the side a little bit here. Not gonna water too much because these guys. I mean, these guys like a little bit of moisture, but they don't need it dripping like some of your other fossorial species, like the cobalt blue and the Thailand black. A lot of those. But that being said, they do appreciate a little bit of moisture, mainly just to keep the tunnels from collapsing. That's an important thing to do, right? Moss is watered. We're good to go on that. And then, if you guys want to try out the biodude, they're on Facebook, YouTube. You can also go on thebiodude.com. They have really great stuff as far as natural stuff goes for like tarantulas and just reptiles and like arachnids in general. Yeah, so that's good. Moss is there, and now we're gonna get the tarantula in. I named her Sheila, but I've had her for forever, and I'll do like a room tour sooner or later with all my new tarantulas that I got. I have 16 now. Well, I got 14 tarantulas, and then I have I got this black hole spider. It's a southern house spider from Arizona, and then I have the tail-swept scorpion. But yeah, a lot of things updated recently. I got an Arizona ebony tarantula, and then I got a Grammostola porteri. One of those for forever. I went with my friend Josh to the Lebanon Expo. You can also follow him on. It's called the Acromantula Den. We're gonna start doing stuff together as far as expos and vendoring goes, with like jumping spiders and just breeding tarantulas in general. We're gonna start that. But he reached out to me a few months ago, and he's the reason I was able to get all these guys, because he took me to the expo that one time. So thanks, Josh, for that. And you can go and follow him on TikTok as well, and Facebook, the Acromantula Den. We're gonna be doing some pretty awesome stuff together. All right, without further ado, let's get her in here, her new home. Now, the thing is with striped knees, they're pretty docile, but they can also be extremely skittish, so they will bolt randomly. So make sure you either have a catch cup or you have them on the floor, because they will run right off your hand to get away. And sometimes that can end up in them rupturing their abdomens. And they come out here and there, but most of the time they're pretty antisocial. They'll just dig. That's all they really need. Just a thing of dirt, you water here and there, and you're set. Come on, sweetie. Come on. There you go. Oh. Probably a good time to get the lid on. Before we do that, I'm going to add in some springtails. Springtails are just good in general for bioactive setups because they eat mold, and they just they provide competition in case there's fungus gnats in there. They'll be like, hey, we got here first, go away. So they'll get rid of that competition. Let me get some in there. There we go. They'll be all over this piece of wood here. I'm hoping that doesn't mold, given that I have a light in there. I'm also using a light from Thrive Ecosystems. Marshall Arachnids uses them. They're great lights for tarantulas and reptiles in general. They're pretty much like big T8 LED lights for plants, but they provide a little bit of heat and bring out natural behaviors. So that's really good. All right, come on. Just got to get a couple more springtails. Just a little bit more. Nothing excessive, but it's just good to get them. There we go. Let's get some of that moss there. There we are. There we go. Okay. And I'll continually add as more breed. Springtails are honestly really easy to raise. They pretty much live in water. I mean, they don't live in water. They live in dirt too, but they love water. You can give them like fruits and vegetables and stuff, or just regular like springtail food. All right, we're gonna throw in some isopods as well. Now, it is recommended to use dwarf isopods in setups like this, because if the tarantula is molting, then the isopods could possibly eat the tarantula if they don't have any other form of moisture or food. But there's plenty of stuff in here for them, so I don't have to worry about that. Actually, I got some more springtails in here. Let's add some more. There we go. Add some more of that. There we go. Alright. And what I'm putting in here is dairy cow isopods, and as long as you're monitoring them, monitoring their behavior, it should be fine. Which I'm doing. They'll mainly hang out under the live moss that I got here, the sheep moss. Good that my grandparents had a lot of this just lying around in the woods for me to get. There we go. They're gonna crawl in there and hang out under there. Now eventually these little clover pieces will grow out from that live moss. Should be great, because I can tell you that means that the moss is growing, which is a good sign. Yeah. And then a lot of times they'll sprout their own plants, which is really, really cool to watch. And I guess she's just gonna stay there. And I'm going to put, where the heck did I put the lid? There it is. Alright. Sorry if this video was like a tad bit short, guys. I'll promise to try and have more in the future. It just depends on like what I'm doing and stuff I'm planning on. I might, probably tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or the next day. I also did get a Pete Concertes that I'm probably gonna rehouse again. A lot of times with rehousing, like, you don't want to do it too often, but a lot of times with me, I've had some problems with mine in the past where they just either don't look right or they weren't what you wanted. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter what the owner wants. It really matters what's good for the tarantula. But sometimes the setup doesn't work out because there's either mold you didn't expect, or it just simply doesn't work out. So yeah, she'll be good in this one. This will honestly be a forever home. That a plant will grow. Springtails and isopods mainly hang out into the water dish, feed on that leaf litter. Eventually, everything that I mixed in here will break down over time for that plant, and then she will just go under here and dig, and probably destroy all of this and smother that moss with dirt. But hey, I mean, it's a striped meat tarantula. That's what they do. They're honestly really good beginner. They're really good beginner tarantulas, because they don't need much. They just need a lot of dirt to dig in. You missed here and there. That's pretty much it. You feed here and there. You want to gauge you feed them by like how big their abdomen is. She won't have to eat for probably another week or two. Just let her get settled in for a while, and hopefully that plant will grow. I've had my luck with ferns, but they can also be pretty annoying. And if this moss doesn't work out, I might take it out because it does attract fungus gnats. But with everything like isopods and springtails breeding in here, it should outcompete them. Alright guys, that is it.